Johnson. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got a man, it's right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's it. Check. 42's the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Rodgers going to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Newton. On the screen, Bernard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Wright's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready? Look at it. Watch 50. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 2nd and 12, Newton looking for the out route, and he's got more. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
In Christian McCaffrey's rookie year, he would not have gotten that carry. It likely would have gone to either Cam or Jonathan Stewart when he was with the Panthers. But now he's the man in the backfield, gets the big carry, picks up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Newton. Complete to right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready? Ready? Watch the curve.
Newton steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Pick the edge. Hey, 626. Hey, foxtrot. Check.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check, 59. Yep. Watch the twist.
Rodgers to throw on third down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Newton now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Newton sliding out of the pocket, taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because...
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch inside. Come on, switch it. Check, check. Lucky.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go, V. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And they try the sweep to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To try again after the sack. Newton. 27 yards there, a first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Kyler Fackrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I'm coming for you, son. Alert flare, flare. Kill.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Watch the run.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
First and 10 at the 20.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Newton. Got him, man, it's right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
And a Panther 1st down.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This is McCaffrey on the give. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. On fourth down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. On second and inches, Rodgers, rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
From the gun, Rodgers, open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
319, back north.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, I'm coming after you. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Hey, back north.
Check 31, check 31.
Jim.
Mike, check.
Now Rodgers operating from the gun. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 17-yard line.
No. 58.
59. Check tight.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He's back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Mike 51. And watch the line.
Now Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, damn!